course, man. All right, yeah. Now we're recording stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what it is, man. Welcome to the Kayfabe Legends podcast, brother, man.
Well,
Tom
well,
Times as
well.
always. Socks the artist.
Hey,
Shogun!
what up, though, y'all? What up, though, fellas? Great to meet y'all.
What's up,
Like,
man?
on this virtual kick, man. Appreciate y'all having me, for real.
Oh man, now we appreciate you coming on, big dog, man. We've been a fan for a little bit now, man.
Oh, likewise, bro.
I think I saw you for the first time I think just on my Discover page or something like that, man. I was
Yeah.
like, man, I think it was like the flick that's in your background right now. I was like,
Oh,
this
shit.
brother looks like he could put somebody through a wall.
He's a champion.
Appreciate that, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We do that on the regular, man.
Yes, sir. Nah,
Yeah.
the alpha suplexer, bro. You know what I'm saying? The
you
lemonade
already know it.
enthusiast. Welcome, Jackson Stone. Yes,
My man.
sir.
My man, we here. Thank you y'all for having me again. Yeah, let's get it cooking, man. How y'all fellas doing today, by the way?
Hey man, we making it, bro. It's
Yeah.
my one day off. I'm feeling good, bro. You know
I
what I
feel
mean?
it.
We're very blessed to have you here, man.
Hey, man, no problem. I'm blessed to be here, bro. Hey, I see y'all ready for Mania weekend, man.
Oh, of course.
Man,
Of
you know
course.
what it is, man.
What
Good
do you
stuff,
think
man.
about Mania? How you feeling about WrestleMania, right?
Like right now for night one or night two, or just the whole thing?
Night one. How you feel about night one?
You know, I mean, honestly, I feel like they're kicking off with a big one. I feel like it started how a lot of people kind of predicted. I mean, there was some things, with injuries and whatnot that took place, but for the most part, I feel like night one is gonna be. I feel like night one might be the big steal, but I don't know, man. For me personally, I've always been a Cena fan, and Shogun's definitely looking forward to see how Cena's gonna play with this whole situation. If there's one thing to look at it, man, from a wrestler's perspective, or just as a fan, he's a mastermind when it comes down to just, I would say, just playing the whole situation. You know what I mean? Just like it's some way, like I seen this dude go into hostile territories, and just like Chicago, right after Punk left, right, like right after Punk left, cut a whole promo and turn the crowd almost for him. And it's just like he has that gift of gab, like that type of kind of like a Paul Heyman type of vibe, where he always has a way of words with people, even when he's snapping on people. Like when he went at Roman, he went at like a bunch of other people. He goes at when he goes at the other top guys, or he goes at guys, his level or lower. It's always somewhere it's like he's bringing something special to it, man. And I don't know. I equate him to a lot. Like a lot of people don't call him like a great promo, which is weird. But I put him on a level of like one of the top 5 promo cutters for real to me.
Especially when he's going in, especially when he's really going in on somebody.
No, I'm saying like I don't know who would say he is not in the top 5. That is kind of crazy to say. It's like, bro, he has that ability to do a promo where it seems like this is what he was thinking the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like none of it was kayfabe. Like this, like he's shooting on a cat.
100%. And let me tell you something.
That's what it feels like.
Let me tell you something. He does like it's a video that came out. I was like, damn, that's so true. But whenever he tips the cap or he takes off and you like shakes his head real quick, he puts it back on. He's about to start cutting in on somebody
right now.
Yeah.
There's like he just looks. He's like, all right, you done? We good? All right, bet. Say less.
For the battle rap fans, it's kind of like if Loaded Lux or anybody just started like shaking their hands or like start rubbing their hands, wrapping around like, all right, I got something for your ass now. Like that, it feels like that.
No, I always like the gif of Cam Newton just being like,
lock in time.
It's like, all right, bet. I say that.
Definitely.
But man, Jackson Stone, man. Let's just start out with the start out. Honestly, like, tell us a little bit about like, a little bit about the beginning. How did you get like into wrestling? How'd you grow up a little bit? Just like a real quick intro about who you are.
Bro, Eastside Detroit rep.
Detroit.
Much love to the 313, everybody. And also, I said my father, hardworking man, blue collar worker from Queens, New York. My mother, she was from South Arkansas. Both hardworking parents. Both made it work. I grew up with like some siblings that I was the youngest of two older sisters. So
it was you was wrestling from the beginning, bro.
Exactly. It's like one was a power forward and the other one was a track star. So it was like either way, I had to. Like I know I was always like in for it every day, but for real, it was either in talking or either in some type of physical activity, like we're fighting each other. Yep. But on the real, man, like my father, he was my sensei growing up because my father was a judoka. He was a judoka player from pretty much the 70s Well, when he got out of college, and then when he got to Detroit, he was really big, and he would go over to Canada, Toronto,
Oh
have these
wow.
tournaments, go over to the West Coast, have these tournaments out in California. You know, I seen like all his medals that he accumulated over time, and he got me into grappling when I was like I would say 6 years old, and then
Okay,
from
yeah.
that point, man,
Wow.
and I'm talking about like I was a bigger kid, so it's like for me, he was like, all
Yeah,
right,
same.
well, you gonna go over there with the senior high schoolers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, very similar to me, man.
and then from there, it was like when I got older, like when I got like 10 years old, like 12 years old, he be like, all right, you gonna start rolling with the guys who are pretty much in college right now. So I'm talking about
Like grown men.
I'm talking about red shirts, guys who are like straight up like they're either their freshman year at U of M or MSU, O lineman, D lineman, or they're getting ready for the
The
draft
lineman?
type
I
guy.
knew
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Or
Man.
they getting ready for the draft. I'm talking about 300-pound men
Oh
every
my
day.
god.
Ippon Sanagi over the shoulder. My first profession was a throw dummy for about 6 years of my life, man.
Yeah, right. You had no choice, man. Shit. That was indentured servitude.
Oh yeah, and you had to earn it. You had to earn it every time. So when I actually got a chance to actually but it taught me how to actually like really understand like just weight distribution and all that stuff. So and also too, that was a great way for my father to really discipline me in a way. If I was acting out, he'd be like, "Hey, let me show you all this throw. Come here."
Let me show you something real quick.
Yeah, foot sweep, boom. Oh, y'all ain't see that over there? Foot sweep. Oh, you guys ain't see that over there? Foot sweep. You know.
This is
So
Street
yeah,
Fighter
man.
shit,
Yeah,
bro.
and then like pretty much from there, went to high school. I was gonna start hooping, and because I always wanted to be Shaq, Ben Wallace during that time,
Oh
and
yeah,
Dennis
damn.
Rodman, all that stuff. And man, I remember one of the 152 pounders in our school. I mean, I was pulling. He looked like Triple H at the time. It was crazy how he had his head like crazy. Like he was like, hey, no, you come through and check out this wrestling team just for a little bit. I was like, all right, whatever. Came through, man. Hated the first practice, but the coach was so influential. Like there's three men who are really influential in my life. My dad, my high school wrestling coach, and my pro wrestling coach, like my pro wrestling trainer, Brandon
Okay,
Xavier.
cool.
Shout out
Cool,
to him.
man. Shouts out.
And yeah, man, Brian Lorenzo, that's his name. And he told me from the gym, he's like, you got something special. You just keep at it. And for somebody to kind of just look at the situation, say, hey, you got something, keep at it. You know, you just keep going. It's gonna
Yeah.
be rough in the beginning, but you know, it gets better as you go.
But when you get
And
affirmation like that, it always just lights a fire under you a little bit. It's just like I'm not doing it for nothing. You know what I mean?
oh, 100%. And then he related to me. You know, he said trust me, I was struggling at first too, but as you get older, as you practice more, it gets better. And then he was smart, man. He was like, shout out to Brian Lorenzo. He was like, yo, I only got one round in me, man. I'm gonna start bringing up other
He's like Sam
heavyweights.
Elliott in Ghost Rider. He's like, I only have one more left.
One more left.
Saving it for this.
Right, exactly. And he was like, I'm gonna start bringing up other coaches from other schools that were heavyweights in their time. They're gonna start coming over and start training with you. And man, that was like just a wealth of knowledge, man. Just a wealth of like grappling. So when I got to college, it helped me even more because I went to college for wrestling and football. And it was just like it was one of those things that it helped me really like kind of shape that whole thing with what suplexes are. Like I actually started learning how to
The
suplex people
essence
from
of the
one leg.
suplex.
Man, like my first suplex from suplexing somebody from a single leg, most authentic moment of my life because I got up and all you heard was a boom throughout the crowd. Even the matches, we were in the middle, the two matches on the side, they were like, they stopped. They had to
They
stop.
stopped it like,
what the fuck? So
did they go through the concrete?
bro, that was my first time suplex. And I was like, I gotta keep doing this. And yeah, man,
Man, from the first suplex, you knew, huh?
oh yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah,
from the
it
very
was
first
like,
suplex, I was like, there's something here. I don't know what it is, but it's, and then also, I mean, Detroit, like not Detroit, but the whole like Michigan area during that time was just, man, it was heavy with grapplers. I'm talking about guys who went on to do big things either in MMA or either in college wrestling. Like, I mean, shit, we had if people who are watching from Detroit, we had Oak Park at the time. We had Marcellus DeBose, who was literally like the Debo of our time. This man was the legitimate D. He was like, I don't know if y'all watched like for all the football players, he's like James Harrison, like just shooting it. Man, just like a walking brick shit house. Just he would shoot in on people, get him in an under overhook, give him a lat drop, kind of similar to a belly belly, like a belly belly side throw. Yeah. And he would make them go over his head. I never seen that. So he was
Man,
like,
man.
shoot in for a double leg. Nope, I'm gonna hook up. I was like, I gotta be like that. And you have so many other great guys, Anthony Gibson. Like so many good, like Mike Martin, who was from Detroit Catholic Central, who went on to play, I think, like 6 years in the league. So yeah, it was a lot of, like, during that time I was fortunate to have a lot of good, like, guys in heavyweight and then in 215 to kind of teach me, like, again, weight distribution and how to throw people, how to really compete. Because when you're in that type of pool, you got to learn how to compete and fight for your own. And then I feel like that bred the Shogun mindset more, because all Shogun is just, I just want to suplex a motherfucker, man. I don't
Yeah, I
care.
was gonna ask, like, what is like the Shogun mentality? Like, when did you? It's like, I know when you discover when you love the suplex, but like, when did you build the philosophy of the suplex Shogun? You know what I mean?
Oh
How
man,
did
like
Shogun forge his steel?
hey man, by the way, all y'all shirt game is great. By the way, everybody's shirt game is on 10 right now. I got a Super Saiyan jersey, by the way,
bro.
that looks similar to that. I got a Super Saiyan jersey that's kind of like that Dragon's Order. Yeah.
You know, Grant.
Oh yeah,
No fault, no fault.
But yeah, man, like honestly, suplexing a motherfucker. It's like when I equate to when Mike Tyson finally gets that one good uppercut on somebody. It's like you just know it's flush, and
it's like in baseball when you hit it right in the sweet spot of the bat. It's like
right in the sweet spot, exactly, man. Right, exactly. And it's like, and I had my fair share of scraps, in school and all that stuff. But man, like, there's times like I don't know, just something about grabbing, like, you get through somebody's punches, you get them, and you just toss them. And you hear, ooh, it's just like,
damn. I did.
So yeah, bro, it's something about that, man. It's just like when you bring that into the pro wrestling aspect, it's even better, because again, like, people are entertained by that. People love, for some reason. It's like seeing World War Hawk just bust through the gates. People just want to see a motherfucker get suplex. And for me, I don't really care. Like, if the championships in the whole scheme of things is whatever, that's cool. I just want to find the biggest and baddest person to suplex. I don't care who they are. They could be a small, quick little motherfucker. I just want to grab them and suplex them. I don't care who they are.
Nah, straight Shogun rules, bro. I saw that match. I like the stipulation. You know what I'm saying?
Like that
it's
stipulation?
Like, nah, I will suplex you 5 times before you can get a win over me, bro, and then I can fucking pin a motherfucker, man.
And that's the thing, man. Like, my thing on that is thank you, bro. I appreciate it, because like my thing is on that is they get 5 suplexes too, and if they can get 5 suplexes on me, they automatically win. Because see, I have to suplex them before I can even get a pin or submission. But if they suplex me in my own thing 5 times, I don't even deserve to be in the match. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so yeah, man. I don't know, bro. It's like the whole gimmick, not the whole gimmick, the whole realization of what suplexes are, what they mean to me. It's a real thing, man. It's an art. It's an art in itself. It's a science in itself. And just picking somebody up from a different angle, even in jiu-jitsu, man, just picking a motherfucker up and throwing them against their will. I can't describe it, y'all. Y'all gotta do it yourself sometime.
It's something primal. You know what I mean? It's something in you.
We love the penchant for violence. We love how you do it.
Oh, thank you, man.
Of course. And as you were describing your penchant for violence, I can't help but to wonder if it's you and Brock Lesnar, and he says, "I'm gonna take you to Suplex City." I need you to take him out.
Oh yeah, no problem. Hey, no problem. I'm like, look, Brock, like, right, all respect, but is I seen his NCAA championship wins. That's the type of stuff that motivated me as a kid. I'm like, look, I've been looking to suplex you since I was like 14, bro. It's gonna happen. Like, he was on my list when I was 14, bro. I saw his match when I was like, man, I saw it. It was like it was his Kurt Angle's in '96. I just went back in the crates and just started looking at different matches, and his popped up. I think his first one was like in 2001, 2002. I was like, oh, I could beat this dude.
Shit, I could beat this dude. I
could beat this dude.
Get him.
But yeah, man, yeah. Like, all respects to the grapplers, man, the ones that made it. Like what suplexing is. Him, Taz. The Steiner brothers, bro. The Steiner brothers were like, man, absolute beasts. We even use some of their, like, I even use some of their setups now. But yeah, like, just all of them, man. Kurt, like Kurt's '96 match, that was really influential. That was an influential match in terms of pressure, because you gotta realize also Kurt went through and a lot of people may not know, he went through a Foxcatcher program, which was like, if you guys watch that movie, it
Oh
was
yeah. That was
man,
tense.
so crazy. Like the owner of the team killed one of the wrestlers.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was nuts,
insane.
man. Yeah.
Kurt was in that program, and
I
again,
didn't
it was
know he was in there. Okay, yeah.
yep,
I
yep.
just knew about it just because like the movie and just the crazy story of it. I was like,
Oh
oh,
yeah, he
Kurt
actually
Angle
talks
was in there.
about it too. He goes into it too, man. It was just like just for somebody to go through all that. And you gotta realize again, he literally won it with a broken freaking neck. Like, dude, like to have somebody again is this is why I love wrestling, bro. You can if have somebody. That's why I equate it to way more than any other sport in the world. To have a motherfucker completely keep on slapping your neck, like trying to give you like a front side cheese neck. You know, if y'all have brothers or cousins growing up, like just the front side, he's constantly trying to grab your neck and pull you in. Like that's gotta be, especially with a broken, well, I think some type of C like C1 or C2 neck fusion. Like to have
I think
that,
it was like Fuse or something like that, or something like that at that point.
yeah, like during that time, bro, during the '96 Olympics, absolutely insane. So like, I don't even care what he did in WWE at that time. Like just for you to do that,
Crazy impressive,
yeah, crazy impressive, bro.
Nah, nice, man. So like yeah, so would you say like this the 96 match, is that like kind of like what got you into professional wrestling, or like what sort of got you into like the pro wrestling aspect of it? You know what I'm saying? Like who was your like biggest inspiration?
You know what?
Whose suplex did you see and was just like, yeah.
You know, it's funny though. It's funny. It wasn't even a suplex. It was just the attitude of it. Pun intended. I guess Stone Cold Steve Austin for real. Like his whole thing with well, the very first time I saw it was okay, my first iteration with wrestling, my first interaction with wrestling was the Royal Rumble arcade game, where like it was like Mortal Kombat almost, but you know he had all these, you had like Undertaker, Lex Luthor. If you hit Yokozuna, a turkey would fall out of him, like that type of thing. It was crazy. Like that was my first like actual interaction with wrestling. My first, but watching wrestling, him and Owen Hart, man, and then also, but before him and Brett, that whole thing got me into it. Like one ring, gold chain, Austin got me into wrestling for real.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
Oh yeah.
and then seeing The Rock come through, you know, after I started watching like literally right after he came back from the whole Rocky Maivia stage. Man,
Oh
like
okay. Yeah.
that whole thing. Like I had Warzone and all that stuff. Like yeah, man, it would always be like my cousin who's also a pro wrestler. Shout out to Mike, man, King Jr. He will always be The Rock. I will always be Stone Cold. You know, and that
Oh
was
yeah,
just like that
nice.
was our guys, man. That was like, and just I equate Stone Cold to like kind of he acts like how some of my uncles like because a lot of my uncles are from the
It's
south.
bad.
like,
Bad was, man.
like, I go down to my uncle's house like they got targets in the back, just like how he cut that one promo. He had a promo where he cut like he had
Oh
a
yeah, he was
target in
shooting
the
them
back,
arrows and stuff like that.
bro.
Yeah, it was like
Just like
JR or somebody was there.
just like my uncle, bro. I'm telling you, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, let me show you something." Boom. I'm like, you know, it's just
okay.
that was my whole uncle was chewing tobacco. Like that was what I grew up with in terms of my uncles, man, and teach me how to fight and all that stuff. So yeah, bro. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin for sure was the first thing, and then watching some of Brett's matches, man. What Brett doesn't get I mean, he does now, but I feel like for a while he didn't really get the actual credit he deserved to putting people over, because I think he got Stone Cold over a lot and DX over a lot.
Oh yeah. I think in sort of in the way of this, like, all right, well, these cats, they're character driven or whatever, but they can really go in the ring. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? Like, I think that like helps get like anyone over. Is just like somebody who is technically gifted being like, hey, let me help show these people what you're about. You know what I'm saying? That you can actually really go. You're not just all
Right.
talking whatever.
Right, exactly, bro. And by the way, is that a Green Lantern ring?
Oh no, I do have one, but like, nah, it's a what's it
That's sick.
called? Yeah, no, it's just a regular like, acrylic joint. Yeah, it's
No,
just like
I
a
like
flower in the joint. I
that.
do have a Green Lantern ring though, and the lantern itself. But yeah, it's downstairs. Yeah, but
That's what's up.
yeah,
That's what's up, man.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
we're a comic book friendly home, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely, most definitely.
Oh no, not that. Yeah, no, I got the Infinity Gauntlet and everything too, man. Like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
no,
yep, same, man.
bro,
Hell
my
yeah.
dad got that for me when I think when Infinity War came out, I was like fucking 22, 23 or whatever. My dad got me, he told me to pull up for Christmas. And he got me like just a box. He had to be a box. I'm like, I'm a grown man. You usually give me money. You know what I'm saying? So what's this? All right, I opened that sucker up, bro, man. It was the Infinity Gauntlet, man. I hopped up in the air quick. I was like,
he's like, man, fuck that money. I appreciate this. I can get all I can with this. Like,
yeah, man. I was like, you gave me more than money.
Yeah,
oh
this
yeah,
thing whenever I
way more.
wanted
Yeah,
to.
I respect.
Yeah, nah, that was cool though, bro. Yeah.
No,
That
and
was
that's the
what's
thing. Also, like that's like that shirt, the Tales of the Shogun, that came from like because as a kid, they appreciate that, bro. Yeah, growing
Yes,
up, I
sir.
always loved Ninja Turtles, and I always loved the Usagi, Samurai Rabbit series and all
Hey,
stuff. Yeah, man.
ball.
And Shredder was like always a big play on me, and I was like, you know what? I always wanted to have like my own comic book. I always want to have Shogun to actually tell like Shogun adventures, kind of like Jackie Chan adventures. Like I know I'm
Oh
bouncing all over,
yes,
but
you do no research.
yo, Jackie,
Do no
bro.
research.
And like that was a whole thing, man. Like I want to be able to, like I said, when I come back from everything, I want to be able to actually get that Tales of Shogun going, because I think
Yeah,
that's
nah,
like
because that's the thing. Already, just like whoever did the artwork for this is fucking
Phenomenal.
insane. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing.
They captured your violent essence.
Yeah, they captured the essence very well. And like that's the thing too. If I were to see this just like on a regular t-shirt, not knowing anything about you, what I was like, I would ask like, oh, is that like an actual comic book? Because that looks interesting. You
oh
know,
yeah,
it's like,
yes.
yeah.
Shout out to my
Like, yeah,
homeboy.
follow you.
Shout out to my homeboy Jesse Durham. He's out there in Helsinki, Finland right now. That's my homeboy right there. Yeah, he saw some of my other artwork. He was like, "Oh yeah, let me draw this up." He actually the one that made this
Yes.
yeah, the Shogun patch right here, authentic lemonade patch right here. Yeah, man, that's my guy. So yeah, shout out to them.
Nah, that's what's up, man.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up. But yeah, man, I wanted to jump right into it, man. I'd been seeing that you're getting out of a pretty bad contract? Question mark, question mark.
Yeah, it was a rough patch, bro. It was
Like, yeah, it's
actually,
like a 5 year. That's a big patch, bro.
oh, bro, I'm gonna say also learning experience for real. I mean, I would say like you don't take losses, you learn for real. And I mean, because I
The
had
only
good,
loss is not learning, bro.
exactly, because I mean, I had good times during that time, but ultimately for what the goal was, yeah, and how certain meetings went with certain people who aren't there anymore, and Scott and all that stuff like. It's just lessons learned on how people in the business is, and also just that's why I tell all wrestlers. That's why like in a lot of my business seminars I've been like my main focus is to tell all wrestlers focus on your market. Even you guys, focus on your market. Like everybody, I tell you, like even podcasters, people who are who broadcast, people who do like commentary, even people who do backstage interviews. Everybody, if you have a market you want to target, focus on that market, because that's the more important part than getting signed. The getting signed part, that's like, because when I got signed, essentially, bro, I really wanted to go ROH before, the world shut down and all that shit. It was like, it was ROH and then the Fed, or ROH Japan and see what's going on over there, and then the Fed, because that's how I see a lot of the real ones do it. I always saw, everybody always went ROH and then we'll travel from there. So, when they called with the gut check, I was like, all right, that's a blessing in disguise. We'll see what's going on. And it was good at first, but yeah, bro, just the more you dig and the more you ask questions, the more you see what's going on. It's just like, this might not be for me. But then they start, you like, oh well, they're talking nice. Okay, cool. They talk. Oh, it's a pandemic. Things happen. Blah
Like
blah.
it's
Okay.
slow right now. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, no problem. Then we'll see. We'll see what's going on. All right. And they had D'Lo Brown to kind of like talk to the talent at that time to kind of ease them off. All right, no problem. I got you. But for the most part, you start seeing like, you know what? I'm just gonna start doing my own thing. Y'all hit me up whenever y'all ready.
Right.
And I didn't really, I really didn't let that define me. That's another thing. I didn't let it define me. I feel like a lot of wrestlers, they allow whatever company they're signed to, they allow that to define them. Like, look, bro, like I get, we all want to get to big wrestling, which is the Fed. We all want to get to the
right.
We all want that. But at the same time, you gotta enjoy that journey, man, because that journey is going to honestly make the fans way more relatable to you than anything. And I'd rather bring the fans with me than have a company say, "Hey, we're gonna give you the fans." No. I got my own package with me, man.
Yeah,
So
because that's the thing. When somebody gives you something so easily, they can take it away just as easy. You know, so like, yeah, you can't really rely on just like, oh, well, I'm gonna be signed and everything's gonna be good, man. It's like, no, like you said, you gotta still focus on your market. You still have to focus on your fan base, building a fan base, building this thing. But if you just rely on the dub to do it, man, as soon as you stop being what they want you to be or whatever, they're gone.
and the biggest thing too, like I remember meeting Cody Rhodes, like, bro, it was crazy. I met Cody Rhodes like probably I would say a month or 2 months before he did his whole Bullet Club run.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
He was in our locker room over at MCPW, Mr. Chainsaw Pro Wrestler up in Castle, Michigan. Shout out to all the fans over there.
I'm hip.
He walked in, and I'm telling you, bro, I walked in, I'm like, oh shit, Cody Rhodes. And
Wow.
right, I'm like, what's up? And he's as nice as what he is, what you would think. He's actually a genuine nice individual. And we were talking.
That's good to hear, man. Yeah,
bro,
that's
I'm
good
telling you. And I was like, yo, so what's your like? You made this move. I was like, yo, so you made this because it was quiet. Bro. It was weird. It was like nobody wanted to say anything because like for Cody Rhodes here, it was
Yeah,
weird.
it's like,
I was
oh my
like,
god.
I'm just gonna ask him, like, hey, bro, so you left? What's your move now? Like, what you like? Like, what are you trying to do?
How do you do this?
How do you? And he was like, honestly, so you just really embrace your own. You embrace the hustle. His whole words was, you embrace the hustle. You create your own lane. And you really go for that. Like you don't worry about what that person's doing or what this person's doing. Because at that time, the indies were still cooking. You know, we had like a lot of things going on. He's like, yo, I'm just gonna focus on my own shit. And I can't thank him enough for that word of knowledge. Because that little word, I remember I seen him. He was like taking photos in the back with like his black jacket. Didn't have the Bullet Club thing on, but he was like kind of like showing hints of it. Right. And I'm like, oh, so that's how you do it. Okay. And just seeing how a true professional carries himself in this industry, because you can be professionalism is broad. Professional is broad overall, but to see how somebody, but to see how somebody does it in the sense of your industry you're in, that was meaningful, man. So, yeah, bro. Shout out to Cody Rhodes for what he's doing, man. How he holds himself up and how he just honestly keep hustling, man. Like again, that match he had with Rollins with the torn pec. Insane to me. Insane.
That looked so nice.
And it was insane. Because, like, everyone had the same reaction. Just like, who let him out here?
Let me tell you something. I played rugby. I played rugby for a couple years in high school and college, like during like our off season and stuff like that. And bro, there was rugby players, and I'm talking about like tough rugby players who had sprained ankles and busted shoulders and like, nah, I'm gonna sit out this game. This man did it this man did that with a torn pec. Like
yeah, a clearly torn pec. Like
clearly torn pec. Bruised titty. Like crazy. Like I can't
purple titty, bro. Call him
purple titty. Yeah. Like I was like overall like
call him Barney Mama.
Right.
But that's the thing too. Just seeing stuff like that is just, it's also still like he said, like when he mentioned when you met him and shit, it's just like, bro, like you're still embracing the hustle even at the highest level, bro. You could have very easily been like, I'm gonna skip this one. You know what I mean? Because torn pec, bro. Like you shouldn't be doing this. But he's just like, nah, I would have done it on the indies to do a show, to make a show. I'm gonna 100%. Do it up here.
And humility is a big thing to me too, bro. Like honestly, a lot of the base of Shogun is just like your shit could get taken away as quick as what you have. And for me, just his humility really spoke to me. Because again, he was just a guy who has the name. Yep. He's been in the business since he was like literally born. His dad's like Mount Rushmore for a lot of people, in terms of just like, what area you were born in and what you watch. But also his dad basically shaped a lot of the foundation NXT. I mean, he easily could have just been like, yo, I'm gonna do me, fuck, I don't care about you guys. He was so nice and so forthcoming that I wish there were a lot more wrestlers who were signed, who are mid-carders now, had that attitude. Because there's a lot of guys there's not too many, but there's a lot of individuals I met. And again, man, I come from a background of, look, you could get choked out literally in like a couple seconds just off of somebody putting a cross half on you and the wrestling mat. there's a lot of pro wrestlers that carry themselves in a certain way. And I get it. It's a business. We got to do it. But there's certain guys that carry themselves like greater than thou. Like, bro, you have no idea how quick this whole thing could get taken away. Not just in wrestling, but just in life in general. That's why I always say, just like, always, bro, be as, you don't have to be humble to the point you're downing yourself, but understand that you know better than the next one. But also, there's always somebody that's right behind you somewhere that's getting your spot. And also, there's always somebody plotting to take your spot.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, so who would you say were the most influential for you in and out of the ring?
So, like, I'm sorry, just make sure, like you said, like in terms of like wrestlers, or just people in general.
We can do both. Let's start with wrestling. Let's start with wrestling.
All right. All right. So I'm gonna say Stone Cold first for sure. Second, man, just because he's from Detroit, also, and just because he was so cool, I met him too, man, and that's really how he is. Kevin Nash, he really carries himself. Him and Scott Hall. Him and Scott Hall, they really carry themselves like that. How you see on the screen, like it's like that was a crazy move somebody did. Somebody fucked up in the ring, crazy, and like Scott Hall was like, "Holy shit!" and just like flicked his toothpick. I'm like, he really is like this in real life. All right, so but just how just seeing the authenticity inside the ring carry on to the outside like that type of thing, and also Mad King Macho Man, like not just Macho Man, but when he was the Mad King, man.
Okay.
Like if I ever get a female as a manager, I need her to be like Sherry during that time. I need her to be like Sherry.
Oh yeah. Legit ride or die. You know
during that time, Sherry was a wild hood chick that you just like, or that one wild chick, like she gonna run you over if you fuck up. But she gonna have your back
and sleep like a baby that night. You know what I mean?
Sleep like a baby, but she gonna have your back. She gonna do whatever she need to make sure that you get yours. And I like that. I feel like, and just not trying to get off top, I feel like a lot of females need to have or should carry her attitude from that time, because it's kind of like you don't really see that often. She had a different energy during that time, man. But that better than the best promo, favorite. But Booker T for sure, man. Like but I'm a match. I hate saying this, but I kind of want to match Booker T with Sheldon, both because I feel like they both didn't get their even though they both did great. I don't think they got exactly what they really were, what I don't say as a fan, what they really deserved in terms of actual world championship runs in the business. But they left their mark on it, and Sheldon trained Brock Lesnar, so I mean.
Not a lot of people know that.
Give him his due.
Exactly, bro. And then I'll say outside the ring, I mean, shit, just to shake the whole Shogun mindset, the whole Wu-Tang Clan, ODB, RZA, Jizza, Method Man. I'm gonna even say Redman's known as as another member. Redman for sure, because Redman's video "I'll Be That" was one of the reasons why I try to bring Shogun out in certain ways. Like, watch that video. That's exactly how I try to bring Shogun out in certain ways, bro. And I mean, of course, being from Detroit, Eminem's always been that dude. I don't know why people say he's not. Sometimes in our city, like it's weird how some people try to play that.
He only got weird later in life, which is just like because he's like old. He's like old, and he's still trying to be like young. It's a lot. It's a combination of things. I feel like, but like you can't deny the brother can rap. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny it. He can rap very well.
Like I also like his recovery. His of course Eminem's show was crazy. Marshall Mathers LP was crazy. Some Shady LP was crazy, but the recovery, that was probably one of his best. Like I guess he had a comeback. His comeback album was like that.
Great. I liked Relapse, bro. No one liked Relapse. I liked Relapse.
Relapse had some good ones on it. That's the thing. Like, and then his new one, like it has some decent ones, like for real. And then like the one he just came out. I'm about to listen to it. The Death of Slim Shady. I didn't know he dropped that last year. I got watch that. But
I'm not even all the way hip. Yeah. I stopped paying attention to him a little bit ago, bro. I was like,
no, you're good.
I still dig him, bro. I still like the songs I like, but
I'm
not listening to it. Yeah,
he actually had a song though with LL Cool J,
Oh no, I'm hip on LL's new joint.
Murdergram. Yeah,
Yeah.
Murdergram. That was like, and that's another one too. Because I like LL. I mean, come on, bro. I'm almost like generational in a way.
He's the
He
GOAT.
is. Nah,
He
He's
is.
the one
Again,
who
people
came
forget.
up with the moniker.
Exactly.
He came up with the moniker of the GOAT.
Exactly, bro. So yeah, I would say him, Mike Tyson for sure. I remember seeing Mike Tyson's interview of "I'll Eat Your Children." I was like, damn, this dude. I remember watching that. I was probably like 6 or 7 years old watching. I was like, damn, this is how they are. Like
this is how you talk to other people,
bro.
yeah, I can do that.
In my mind, I'm like, this how athletes are. All right, cool. I bet. I like this. This seems crazy. Him, Ray Lewis, James Harrison, and Ray Lewis is like I went down to Miami University for a camp one time during my I think a sophomore year to junior year in high school, man, and just like being that whole energy, I'm like, oh, these are how the Hurricanes are, because bro, Ezra and James was down there. Jeremy Shockey was down there. It was
you were around some dogs, okay.
Oh yeah. It was a crazy time, bro. It was like Ed Reed stopped by to talk to the DBs. It was a crazy time, bro, during that night. And so I was and Warren Sapp. I used to do what Warren Sapp used to do, like, because he would run through the other teams like warm ups. When they were at home, I would literally be like just run through their warm ups,
Real.
like when the coach ain't looking, just So yeah, bro, those guys, man.
It sounds like, Shogun, that a lot of killers have shaped the madness that is the Shogun. And I can't help but notice, I'm like, there's a lot of beasts that help create the monster that is the Shogun, and that is awesome. I just want to say
that. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, bro. Oh, yeah, you got like monsters raise monsters for real. You can't
that is true.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have no other. You can't have a little elf pipsqueak type person raising. You can't have that. You can't have somebody.
Especially how you built. Yeah, you can't come in there smiling.
Yeah,
you gotta come in there and fuck shit up.
Man,
you gotta suplex them to get your point. Now, do I have your attention? That's how you get them.
I'm telling you, man. My dad raised me in a certain way of like. I'm fortunate enough to have him because like my dad raised me kind of like in ways like literally like getting me ready for this stage of my life. I remember when I got pinned my first time like in counties tournament, whatever. This man was looking down at me. He was like, thumbs up. He's like, like imagine you get pinned like this. And I'm like looking up, and this guy ended up being my rival too in high school. And I'm like, look at him. He's just like, he's like, it's all right, man. You'll be all right. And it's like that type of encouragement, man. That helps out a lot, bro. And I would say for real, it's important just to have that killer mindset, regardless. Like, and just not just in sports, but just in everything you try to do. Because again, it's always like, I mean, just us as men, we're competing. We're naturally competitive, and like, even if it's just like, minute competing of like, hey, you my homeboy, but I'm gonna get there before you, like the Goku Vegeta type deal.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's all. I always appreciate their relationship because
I knew more about fucking DBZ, bro. I never got into this shit.
You gotta get on him. You don't know.
Oh man.
Tommy, don't.
I was like a regular comic book guy, like Marvel, DC, like that's all because that's what my dad was into. So like that's how I learned to read, honestly, just comic books. Well, but just never got into it.
I relate that to Batman and Superman because I mean, even though they had their own lane, Batman and Superman always had this quiet competitiveness in a way. At least with Bruce, I feel like Bruce had more of the competitive side of him. It was like, hey, you can't touch me. But Superman's
it's more like an inadequacy thing. It's just like, hey man, like I am like he's philosophically superior, morally superior in his own head. You know what I'm saying? It's being like, but if you were like me, the world would be a lot better, but you're not like me. So like, yeah, I gotta overcompensate a little bit. There's a little bit of undertones with stuff like that.
A little bit of undertones, and then also, I mean, he, I guess you say like also in a way, Bruce can't necessarily connect to his parents the way that Clark can. I mean, Clark still has the science and all that stuff of like, whatever the fortress of solitude can present. He doesn't have necessarily like that technology, but also, it's just a lot of things that I don't know, like that friendly competition, bro. is always healthy to have. If you can please check out Dragon Ball. Check out Dragon Ball Z. Have you watched any type of like any of that at all?
I know like certain references. Like I know it just from like being around like fans of the show and stuff like
Oh, you
that.
know,
Like
like
I kind of know who the characters are, but like yeah, I know the things, but like I don't know like the specific like storylines and all that specific stuff just because I don't know. It's just it missed me. You know, it was in my blind spots, I guess, for media.
I feel it. I understand. Everybody has their own thing. I would say if anything, if I would start anybody off, if I were to start anybody off, I would just start them off hot with watching the Majin saga. Wow. I would say just watch the Majin because that's like
let's throw him in the deep end.
Oh, you throw him in the deep end because that's when Vegeta he gets that Vegeta gets that M on his head and he's like, bro, I've been so quiet, I've been chill. I got a wife now. I got this chick I like. I got soft.
Got my chick, dude.
Yeah, he's like, I got this chick. I'm soft now. I'm tired, man. I need to let loose.
Yeah, all right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
like, is this what domestication is?
Right, yeah. He's like, is this what it is? You know, that and like, of course, the Broly saga, like the Broly saga. I'll say, you fellas help me out on this. I kind of like the super one better.
Thank you.
But the OG Broly is like I like the super story.
Thank you. That's you. Yeah. That's who you are as a comic character. I was just thinking about that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, like, that's the Shogun. And then they've been nerfing you, and I'm sick of it.
Like that. Take that off, man. Take that off.
Let the chains off.
I feel that.
Let the chains off.
Yeah, like that. That's I would say like the super story, but put OG Broly in there, and we'll see what happens.
He got that malice to him.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yo, okay, like so. Funny story about the super movie. When I saw it, it was premiere night. Bunch of nerds was there, and that scene when Vegeta catches his fist, you hear somebody fuck that nigga off. It was like little quick silence. And he said, "Fuck it." He's just sorry, fuck it. So, bro, I'm like, if you get a chance, man, yeah, bro. Start off with the Majin story, but then watch the Broly story if you can, man. You'll enjoy it. I think you would.
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna see because I'm not opposed. Again, I'm not opposed to any like good media or good shows or anything like that. It was just never got a chance to watch it or whatever.
Have you seen Batman? The Batman and he's like a samurai. The Batman story. He's like a samurai.
I watched it. What did you think of it?
I haven't watched all of it. That's now. I want to see if you caught it.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I seen it and it was fine. You know what I mean? Like it was all right. But like I don't know, like I do have this like very purist mindset about like comic book stuff, where it's just like all right when it's like Elseworld stuff or like it deviates too much from the thing, I'm like, whatever.
I feel that.
It's like that's why I didn't love the Jokers, the live action joints. Didn't love them.
Yeah. That
just deviated a little too far.
That was their own little artistic little spin on it. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't like that. Like. That wasn't too much for me either, but I would say, I see where you're coming from. I will say though, in terms of Shogun influences with your Afro, bro, like Afro Samurai.
Oh man,
like that was one of the first things I watched to actually create the actual like Shogun like flow of everything. It was him, Samurai Jack, Samurai Champloo.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I seen Samurai Champloo. Like, I did watch that journey. I watched a little bit of anime, but like, But it's very funny you said that, bro. Like, cause like throughout all of high school, bro, my good friend Clayton, bro. Yeah, fucking, he would just every time, just like he would get me like a DVD of Afro Samurai, get me a shirt of it or something like that.
Yeah.
just for a joke or whatever. Yeah, just as a joke. And like, what's that cat who had the afro in Dragon Ball? He would call me that a lot.
Hercule.
Yeah, he would call me Hercule a lot. It was like, man, like I wish I understood the reference.
All right.
Man, I saw the nigga. I was like, how you gonna call me this cat?
Of all people, this motherfucker. All right.
Yeah, man. Hey, I don't know.
And he ends up. I will say, Hercule ends up kind of befriending Boo and almost like.
Yeah,
defend like in a way, like kind of getting his defenses down. So hey, you might say you got a friendly nature. I'm just trying to, just trying to match it up.
Hey, I'm a friendly guy,
You know what I'm saying?
Until I'm not.
Until
business needs to pick up.
Until I don't need to be anymore.
Until business picks up, I feel, hey, bro, it's all good though, man.
Yes, sir, man.
We all got the other side, bro. We all got the other side.
That is true.
If you like the whole thing, like throwing hands, there are 2 animes that do influence me for sure. Other than Yu Yu Hakusho, that's a really good one in terms of just like throwing hands and like just fighting. But also, Hajime no Ippo, man, Ippo is a great boxing anime, bro. Like the fights in there, it's all boxing. It's like the actual fighter is based off of like Mike Tyson and a middleweight, a classic middleweight fighter as well. But yeah, it's like they have things like the Dempsey roll in there. You see these motherfuckers. Of course, you know how anime just exaggerates everything. But he has this thing. He starts rolling, and like all of a sudden he starts just laying these hooks in on motherfuckers. And you just saw these guys. But if you ever get a chance, check out some highlights from Ippo. And man, just enjoy that. Like Shogun will hook you up. I've seen one.
Nah, you the man, bro. You the man. Yes, sir.
Likewise.
But no, I do want to get a little bit back into just the TNA stuff, man. Just like where did specifically you think they like went wrong, or just like what weren't they doing with you that you were just like, hey man, like this is some bullshit. Let me just like do the rest of this contract and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I mean, shit, they weren't doing anything for real.
Simply put,
I remember my very first meeting with Scott. Man, like it was the night I got signed, which Big Papa Pump had a heart attack that night, and we actually saved him. It's crazy, but
word, shit,
yeah, bro, it was crazy. It was like right between me and my homeboy. He just like had his head down, and he started turning gray. God bless him, man. Like it was crazy. Yeah, like
But y'all do like CPR or whatever? Or like
I called 911. We cleared out the tables. It was a whole thing, bro. But
oh my goodness, that's crazy.
But basically, like I remember that first meeting when I got signed. Went in there. I was like, yo, so Jimmy Jacobs, the actual head of creative at the time, he was there. Scott's there. I'm like, so what's next? Like what we expecting here? They both just started looking at their phones. Pulled out their phone and started looking at it. I'm like, okay, that's a weird move. All right.
Did y'all get a text at the same time?
No, I'm saying what's good? What's good? So
did Dixie just call you? Like, what's
going on? Right. What's going on? And then he was like, yeah, we'll let you know. We'll let you know. All right, no problem. Like, well, all right, well, I got it. So I was all right. I'll let that slide. I went back home. Literally, right when I got home, that's when the pandemic hit. And then they said, hey, well, we want you to come through for a taping. All right, cool, no problem. Man, had a taping with a guy that I ain't gonna say nothing about him. I ain't gonna say nothing too crazy about him because he was a good dude. He was a good dude behind the scenes. But it's just like, let's say he got over off of his looks, not so much of his ability, just looks.
Gotcha.
And he had a whole government. He had a whole government of another country paying for him to be there. Very interesting.
What?
Yeah, very, bro. It's very, very interesting.
Who's this kid?
I'm telling you. And like,
how does one get a contract like that?
Right, for real. And like, so basically, we had our match. They said it was pretty good. I was like, all right, like, the locker room was reacting to it. But I mean, what's up with y'all? And then like literally from there, bro, it's just like kind of like a domino effect of like, it's not good enough. We're looking for this. We're not good enough. We're looking for that. All right, well, you guys want different gear. I got different gear. You want me to improve my body? I improve my body. Literally, one of the people she's not there anymore, Gail Kim. I remember I brought up to her, I was like, yo, so there's a video out on YouTube where you're talking about how you felt small at WWE. I feel that way right now. What can we do? What can I do, rather? I was like, because my whole question was always, what am I not doing enough of? What am I doing too much of? Like, because a lot of times you just try to be introspective of this. Of this
you
whole
need
thing.
Something actionable like that. Like the people who are just like expecting these things from you is like, all right, what can I put into action? Not just like, we're not looking for that, or you're just not good. Like whatever. It's like, no, what can I do?
Right, like, and bro, and his thing in any relationship, man, I'm simple. Give it to me straight. Look, bro, if you don't want to work with me, just say you don't want to do this. If you don't want to be with me, just say that.
Just be straight up with me, man.
I'd rather that than be let on. And man, she was like, she said, "Oh, you just gotta get in the producers. Just gotta get in the producers' minds. You gotta just do that." I'm like, "But I'm signed
Again,
though."
what does that mean? It
Yeah,
doesn't
they,
mean anything.
it falls on them at some point to, if you're gonna sign a great talent, have a creative direction for them that suits their character
Mhm.
and propels them forward. And it doesn't sound like they were doing that. Because
Oh
if you
no.
think,
Oh, and like, in all respect, again, all respect to the people who were there to try to push me, try to push my name forward, because there were some people trying to push my name forward, but there were definitely individuals that were just not listening. Like I would say again, when when I had my second meeting with Scott, never forget this. I had a second meeting with Scott. I was like, "Yo, so you guys want to go to just OVW? Gotcha, no problem. I go there. However, if I go there, can you send some people that you aren't using that much to try to get me there, try to get me to work the way you guys want me to work?" And man, like just getting cut off at that point of saying, "Oh, you don't know how you don't think I know how to raise talent, you don't think I know how to hone talent." That whole
Right,
thing
I didn't
really
see that,
that
man.
whole thing really messed me up, because I was like, he cut me off right there in the middle of me saying, I was like, "No, I'm not trying to say that. I'm just asking if you can send some guys you aren't using as much to try to get me on." And he was just like, yeah. You don't think I know how to you don't think I know how to raise talent? I was like, I never said that. So it's
Right.
like,
that's a red flag already. Why are you putting words in my mouth?
Yeah.
exactly. Like
I'm
that's
coming to you asking for your help, and you're shunning me right now, and I don't really understand why.
Yeah, and even
don't
more than
understand why.
that too is just like, bro, I'm telling you how I would learn better, how I would, what I'm saying, improve. This is how I would do it. Can you accommodate? And it's like,
Yeah.
you don't think I can do it? It's like,
No
Right.
accommodation,
didn't
man.
say that, bro.
Right.
Why don't project?
It's
Like, you think you can
please
do it,
don't. Please don't,
motherfucker?
man. And yeah, like that, I think that's the whole reason why it's kind of led me to not just like, for real, bro. 5 years in that whole type of environment, you kind of want to just take a step back, not just from wrestling, but just from the whole situation.
Right,
It's about,
yeah.
all right, let me get myself together, because I got some other things I want to do. I'll be back, but for right now, and if I do come back, I'm gonna make sure I do things my way. Like, hearing
Right.
how some other vets carry themselves when they get the call, I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, I'm gonna do that move, because that move sounds way more effective than just saying, all right, yeah, whatever you guys want. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
what
right.
can I do? So, but yeah, bro, just for me, it was a learning experience on how to act in that whole environment, how to be, what to look for in that whole environment. But yeah, bro, I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't wish those 4 years on any other wrestler. On any
Man,
other
yeah.
wrestler.
So like just a real quick then because you gave some earlier advice, just like focus on marketing and stuff like that, focus on your market. What are
Mhm.
some other like this like lessons you learned that you would like to just maybe impart on another wrestler, like a younger wrestler, just like things you wish you knew going in, you know what I mean?
You know, yeah, like it sounds cliche, but 100% be yourself. 100% like don't think about, oh well, they would like it if I had this, or they would like it if I had that. No, bro, just do what you do. Whatever corrections will happen, and if they don't correct it, then that's either a good sign, or B, something where they aren't really adult enough to tell you. But usually they'll tell you. Like this, I
Yeah.
haven't seen a situation where they don't tell somebody that they don't like something, because again, they're spending tons of money to have you on screen. And then
Yeah.
also too, like again, like my biggest thing, bro, is always like record everything that you're doing. Like
Hmm.
record, like honestly, like at this point in time, as soon as you get into the business, be a vlogger. Every little thing. I don't care if it's you at catering. I don't care if it's you at just getting a drink with the homeboys. You videotape
Everything's content, man.
everything's content, because that's the thing. Like people, the biggest thing that a lot of wrestlers lose their track on is relatability. A lot of these guys aren't relatable. Like, yeah, I know I got the mask on, I got the paint on, and everything like that, but for the most part, a lot of people still relate to the fact of what my actions carry and what my energy brings. A lot of
Mm.
these guys don't really have. They're like, all right, I'm thinking about what am I going to do next? How am I going to be next? How what am I going to hit you with next? What are you going to hit me with next? Like that. Like they're thinking about these type of things. They're really thinking about the people who really pay for everything, which is the people who are surrounding them, the
Right.
fans. And so yeah, I would think also like, yeah, just your phone is the new TV screen. You know, like your phone is a new TV screen. So I would say just use that to your full advantage. There's so many different mediums that you can broadcast yourself on, man. And no need to like waste yourself on just one thing, like you know, whether it be a Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Yeah, bro, do everything. Just TikTok, do everything.
Nice.
Also, big thing, connect with the kids. A lot of these guys don't know how to connect with the kids. It's so crazy, man. Like the lemonade thing literally came from me. Like I remember one time I saw Austin, like Stone Cold Steve Austin win the Royal Rumble. I was like probably like the second one, and he just had a beer badge. I'm like, damn, what would I want? What would I want as myself? During that time, Capri Sun had like the little cans.
Oh, yeah. I remember the cans.
I was like, oh, I would do that with a Capri Sun for sure. But yeah, as he evolved, I was like, no, I want, you know, I always love lemonade. Bobby BK, Water Boy, like my suplexing fuel, tackling fuel. All right, let me use that. And it just kind of melded into something where people can really like relate to that. And yeah, people bring me lemonade to my shows. So I feel like it's also just finding a way to connect with. It's like kids. It's like little kids like, here's a big gallon. And it's like,
yeah, right. Yeah. Like I did a lemonade stand or something like that. Here's some of the lemonade or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's something nice. You know what I'm saying? Not everything needs to be all fucking, you know, beer and cursing and adult shit, bro. Like, yeah, the kids are what make the money, honestly, because like, hey, the kids are gonna be like, hey, I want this fucking Jackson Stone shirt. I want this, you know, maybe an action figure at some point. Anything, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, kids are a huge market.
Most rewarding thing is it's a 3-show. Let's just say it's a 3-show type of deal, like 3-show stint. First show is a kid and their mom. All right, she's like, she comes to your merch table, the kids hype, and the mom's like, I didn't expect this show to be like this. You guys did great. You did great. Here's you know, my son wants a shirt, my dog wants a shirt or a mask. Here's that. Second show, now the kid brings their friends. Third show, now the kid the kid's friend's mom is there because his friend has talked so much about it to his parents, and they're like,
he bought them.
Yeah, and like the mom is like, oh yeah, you gotta come through. They do crazy things. They got people going through tables. It's like, you know, it's some crazy. It's like a whole type of show where it's like, you know, you got comedy, you got action, you got, you know, these females fighting. It's a bunch of craziness going on. Now you got the whole family.
Like a whole damn circus.
The whole circus. That's the thing. It's a whole circus. We're literally one of the oldest forms of entertainment next to a circus, bro. We got pro wrestling got birth in circus.
In the circus, yeah.
In the circus.
The carnies, man, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like so wild how there's not like a full embracement of that. You know, like sometimes, you know, Mega Championship Wrestling, shout out to them. Whenever Mega goes out to Kalahari out in Sandusky, we perform at the Colossal Con. And whenever we wrestle at Colossal Con, you know, it's a bunch of nerds, bunch of people going on. Like, you know, they some know
beautiful people, baby.
Beautiful people, man. Yeah. And they, you know, some know wrestling, some don't know wrestling, but man, when they start seeing we do 4 shows that night. When they come through, they're like, yo, every show just picks up. They're going crazy off of just like clotheslines over the top rope. You know, so it's like, you know, I feel like a lot of guys just have to embrace that we got to introduce, we're literally the spokesman for our industry. We had to bring people in.
Yeah, definitely. It's up to y'all to keep it going, man. You know, like you can, like the promoters can do all they can, you know, like the bookers, they can do all they can. It's up to y'all though.
It doesn't just start when you like that's another thing I tell guys. It doesn't start when you get in the ring. Bro, it starts the moment you wake up. When you go to the gym, when you go to your like whatever job you gotta do, when you hang out with your family, it's always if you want to be a pro wrestler, it's always active. And I feel like some guys just like taking those days off, and it's weird because, you know, the more you take that time off, you miss an opportunity to really bring somebody in and make them part of that experience that you're trying to make.
Nah, definitely, man. Yeah, because I always like the people who are just like very close to their character, like it's like A and B, you know what I'm saying? Like, or like it's like 2 sides of the same coin, you know what I mean? Like they sort of live their character, or at least like the general like philosophy of the character, maybe just dialed down a little bit in real life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but the guys who just like they separate it too much, and it's like, nah, I got all the life or whatever. It's like,
No,
you're not gonna be as effective. I don't know. You may not be as
exactly.
effective in my opinion.
And that's the thing. If you watch, and that's why I tell a lot of guys, like, watch the top guys now, like in the Fed, because you see their character really does relate to a lot of how they are in real life. Like,
yeah,
I mean, like Walter or Gunther, he really is.
Yeah, I'm a Walter fan. Yeah, that was gonna say. I'm first. I want Walter back. You know,
same,
Gunther's
bro.
cool.
Same.
I want Walter back.
He really is he really does seem like that in real life. He really does seem like the general in real life, and I dig that. Stone Cold Steve Austin seems like that in real life. The Rock seems like that in real life. I remember
like
I saw man,
Uncle Dwayne.
Dwayne, right.
Uncle Dwayne.
Where's his Terramana?
Man, that right, yeah. Push the Terramana, push the Zoa.
Yeah, nigga, you got goosebumps because you're highly caffeinated and drunk. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'd be sweating too. I'd be having goosebumps too.
I remember when I first saw him though, like when it was like 97, 96, when JR did an interview with him. It was again after the Rocky Maivia, it was somewhat after the Rocky Maivia thing. But he had an interview with JR and it felt like an ESPN interview. I mean, credits to JR.
Oh yeah. When they were doing that kind of style joints, yeah, those were good. He did a few with like Kane, Mankind, Triple H, like that. I like that format. It was good.
And they were like just walking, like it felt like he was actually like, oh wow, this guy. He's like he used the words, he's a blue chipper. Oh, it actually felt like it's a guy that's an athlete doing something. So yeah, bro, I don't know, man. Like just find that relatability is really big. Like you asked me like what other you guys asked me what other influences was big to me outside of wrestling. Jackie Chan, man. Every Jackie Chan film, man. You gotta watch his films, bro. Especially like Rumble in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah.
All that stuff. Like he was like he has the most relatable situations because even though he's using these athletic moves and these weapons, the dude gets hit in the face. He like sells it like he's like
oh yeah shit. Like, he is the everyman that just happens to be a badass. You know what I mean? It's like it just seems like that.
I don't want no trouble. You punch me in the face.
He's like, I'm trying to defend myself. I don't want to, but I will defend myself.
I will have to, right?
Well, you know what I mean?
I'm telling you, man.
Like, I will defend myself well, dude. But yeah, no, he's like, but I don't want to fight. Please stop. It's like, all right, man.
I have a question for y'all, man. What brought up y'all podcast?
Oh man, we're all lifelong wrestling fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, just first and foremost, just like it's one of the first things we all kind of got into, just like separately. And then, I started running a podcast with my other buddy, AM. We're Attic and Friends. We're gonna start doing that podcast again.
Gotcha.
Where we were just basically interviewing a lot of local artists and stuff like that, like giving them like some of their like first interviews and getting to know like the local scene and stuff like that.
Right.
So we were doing that for a while, and then I had gotten back into wrestling sort of like a little bit before the pandemic, but like, definitely during the pandemic too. Funny enough, that era of wrestling. But like, yeah, I got like really back into it. I'm just like, oh man, like this is the shit, bro. Like, and then, I've known Socks for a long time with former coworkers, became good friends.
Right.
And I knew him and his brother were big wrestling fans, so I was like, oh man, sweet. So, Socks just started coming around a bunch of like the shows and all the local things like that. We started connecting more. Just like, he was like, oh, hey, what's up, bro? And we started talking graps.
That's what's up, man.
That's what's up. We started talking wrestling, bro. And then it's like, all of a sudden, it was like, man, I already do this one podcast. I got all the equipment. Let's do a wrestling podcast, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we
do it, bro.
We love talking about it all the time. And it's just like, I don't always like all the wrestling media that exists already. So let me do it. Let me do it better.
Oh man, because a lot of them get paid just to say good things. I know.
Basically,
man. A lot of them get paid to say good things. Started, man. Yes, a lot of them get paid just to say good things and to say the right things about everything. But honestly, like again, I will never front on anybody getting their bag. Get your bag. Get your bag. But whenever it affects the industry that you're in, that's when you kind of gotta you gotta step up. You gotta say something about it.
Shogun, listen. Hold on. I ain't even get started yet. Y'all leave me alone. Stockings is not here. This is socks, okay?
Socks talking, baby.
I just wanted to say I was unaware of your presence and your accolades at first. Tommy was the one who got me hip.
Damn,
I came over one time and he was like the Shogun, and I was like, who? I said the master. He got the glow. What's going on?
Bro.
My God, man. I saw y'all like
your matches, and I was just like, oh man, oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, nah. Basically, it was just that. It was the mutual love of the sport. And then I have to shout out my guy Don Kuzon, man. He was the one that came up with the name. It was supposed to originally be me, him, and Socks.
Okay.
But you know, he lives a little far from us, and you know, he's busy like with his music and all that kind of good stuff.
Right.
Check out Don Kuzon. He's the man.
Don Kuzon. Gotcha.
Yeah. Kuzan. Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, no, he's the man. But yeah, no, he came up with the name, and then yeah, it was supposed to be us, and then it just became me and Socks, and then me, Socks, and Zach, and then you know, Bob's your uncle, man. You know? now we're legendary, man. You know,
just grew into that, bro. No, that's major. I love y'all format. I love the format you guys have, man. The fact you guys have that video format, but the fact you guys are also posting that constantly, bro. Keep doing that, man. Keep doing that. Just keep adding little bits to it, man. You guys are onto something.
Man, we appreciate that so much, man. You know, especially coming from you, man. Because like I said, we're big fans. We're big fans, dog. But yeah, I know you gotta go soon. But let me just ask this one last question.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, what has been like your favorite moment so far in your career? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're enlisting soon, right?
Yeah.
So you're taking a break from wrestling for a little while.
Don't leave us, Shogun. Wait. Don't leave us.
No, we're friends, man. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Friends talk.
I got it.
Yeah, me and you to be friends.
Nah, man. But yeah,
hey, man. Drug, I'll be safe, y'all. Sure, I'll be all good. Yeah. Shogun's like he gotta get out of here, man, for a minute. I've been wanting to do this for a minute. Like my whole family, a lot of my family's military. And like
both my grandfather's in the military, man. Yeah.
Shouts out to him, man. Shouts out to them for doing that, man. Yeah, I'm going in, gonna go to officer school to like OCS is what they call it. You know, get that going and just learn the basics of what they teaching, learn what's going on. Also, I feel like for me, just like it's something else. I'm always friends with like a bunch of Marines, a bunch of Navy, a bunch of airmen.
A bunch of badasses, you know.
Just a bunch
of company that you keep. Yeah.
Badasses stick together, right?
I'll be oh yeah, for sure. And I'll be National Guard too. So I'll be back. You know, I'll be back in I'll be here. I'll be based out in state, but I'll still have my weekends available sometimes whenever I can do some shows. So you always still see me pop in and out, you know, and but for the most part, you know, it's a 6-year contract. So I mean, I'll be in and out, bro. But ultimately for me, I just want to be able to get that part of my life going because it's been calling me for a minute. It's kind of like been whispering at me for a moment. Right. And then now I'm like, you know, but I'll be able to still do my wrestling, fulfill my wrestling suplexing needs.
Yes, the deep-seated need to suplex. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, it's gonna be.
He's gonna suplex some enemies. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be itching at me for a minute. Like I'm gonna be in basic training because they got a section in basic training called close combat. And I'm like, oh man, sorry.
Like, tear that up.
I'm like, sir, I'm sorry. If a private goes flying, I'm so sorry, but it might happen.
He's gonna be like, what was that? You don't know who I am?
Well, you're not him.
Tell you, man.
Well, let me get you him, man. But yeah, real quick, this thus far and like leading into this like the brief hiatus, what has been your favorite moment in your wrestling career so far? Man, like you're like, damn, I love this. This is the best thing.
You know what? I mean, damn. I'm gonna give you 3.
Yeah.
So every moment I had with the Godfather has always been amazing. every moment I had with the Godfather, man, it's been like he's legit to me the uncle of a lot of like pro wrestlers, especially us black pro wrestlers. He is the uncle, man. He's always like looking out for us. He's always giving us like game in the back, bro, on how to like increase your rate, do whatever. Like he's always just giving us game on things, man. So shout out to the Godfather. And then I would say also, I mean, getting signed despite the fact what the results were. Right. The fact that I was able to beat out like 40 other wrestlers, other pro wrestlers that were selected by some guys in the locker room to represent them, I'm proud of that, regardless, you know.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It showed a lot already. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Despite the result, it's just like it showed that you had that. You had that thing. You had it.
Yeah, thank you, bro. And then I would say the last thing is
rather. No past tense. Have.
Oh, you good. Thank you, bro. And then I would say the last thing for real is just honestly, bro, like shout out to my home promotion, Mega Championship Wrestling. Just having that heavyweight title. I was the longest heavyweight champion I had it for about a year and a half, 2 years, and just like having it for that long. It was you know, I'm proud of that. You know, I'm proud of that moment. You know, I mean, I would say also throwing MVP through a guardrail, that was cool. You know, suplexing Rhino and all that stuff. But for the most part, man, just for me, I guess it's a small thing, man. Just like the accomplishments to be like, all right, well, I'm in the discussion of he's capable of carrying our presentation of our company. I like that. You know, I mean, rubber shoulders with, those guys like, DDP beating him and all. So like those guys, like that's great. But being able to say, hey, you're the representative of this particular company. I'm thankful. Also, shout out to my homeboy Jamal King. If y'all can't check him out, Jamal King.
Hell yeah.
He's one half of our tag team champions, the King Show. When we get back, we'll definitely be getting our podcast. We had a podcast going for a minute, and we'll definitely get back up and going too, man. I would love to have you guys too, man. Love to have you guys.
Hey, we love to be guests, man. That'd be awesome.
Link up with y'all, man.
That'd be great.
Yeah, definitely. He's great, great dude, man. Great family, and him, Chris Moore, Blake, 182. That's really his name. Shout out to all of them, man. Like, yeah, just they're pivotal in our little camaraderie in our group. Also, Isaiah Bronner, if you guys can check him out. I'm just giving shout outs right now. 7 Mile Warrior, that's my homeboy. Jocelyn Navarro, everybody. Just shout out to all y'all, man. But for the most part, I'm just thankful to be here, bro. Thankful to keep growing. When I come back, there's gonna be so many suplexes. I'm suplexing everybody, men, women, children. I don't care. Everybody. So, but yeah.
Now, funny enough, our good buddy Zach over here said you can't suplex him.
Yeah. You can suplex everyone else. It's not me, man.
It's not you.
I would totally take the bump. I'll totally take the bump, and I'll sell it. That's
not what you said. You said he was going to suplex you.
You say he's going to get a thing on.
But he got to catch me first.
I got to catch you first.
Yeah. If you do, I'm doing the job. Okay? I'm making you look like $1 million. I'm not getting up.
You not getting up? Okay. All right.
Like Jimmy did. Yeah, I'm just going to roll me out.
Just roll you out.
They gonna roll me out.
I got a good 40 time. Hey, I got a good 40 time at 300 pounds. I got a good 40 time at 300 pounds.
Oh, God.
When I get out of military, I'll probably be around 250. So I might have a quicker 40 time. I might.
You catching cats now.
I might have to enter them.
Yes, sir.
Man. Yeah, man. All love to y'all, fellas, for real.
Hey, we appreciate you coming on, man. Like, yeah, we appreciate you so much, bro. Like, big fans.
Definitely. Likewise, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, we hope the best for you in the future, man. Please be safe out there.
You
know what I'm saying? And then, when you come back.
Same to you, fellas, man. Keep voicing that pro wrestling opinion, man. Keep giving y'all y'all words for real, and just keep pushing y'all shit out. Just keep pushing all y'all content out, man. For real, I'm always supporting y'all.
Yeah, we always supporting you too, brother, man. Yes, sir. We gonna keep hustling for you, bro. We gonna keep hustling for us,
my man,
and all the fellow legends out there. Kayfabe Legends podcast, bro. Shogun, Jackson Stone, thank you for coming on, my boy.
Hey man, much love, fellas.
We're gonna add claps and stuff like that.
Much love, fellas. Y'all just take care, man. I'll see y'all around. All right.
All right, yeah. We'll see you around, big dog, man. Yes, sir.
Peace, y'all.
Peace out.
Peace out, man.
Yes, sir.
Yay! Good job, guys. I took so much. I have so many fucking videos, pictures, angles.